Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Debos Nation. In the first video that I have for you, we have Good Citizen News getting arrested yesterday at the Social Security Administration building in Houston. So enjoy the video.
So you can't have guns, knives, scissors, video recording.
So you see what's happening with this movement. They want a sign for everything. And the next thing you know, you're going to have signs all over everybody's windows and everything, and bumper stickers and... Anyway, they say it's going to be better. As you can see by this letter on the door, they are not allowed to video or audio with any device inside, and that's what they arrest them on.
This only applies to commercial purposes here.
This guy is fucking stupid!
That applies to commercial purposes.
Well, the last time that I checked, your channel was monetized. Therefore, you make money off of this video, so you are commercial.
Not what's up, Auditing Erie County? We're at the Social Security Administration office here. That applies to, as we know, this only applies specifically to the commercial. Anything for commercial or non-commercial purposes. We are for news purposes.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. May God have mercy on your soul.
Are you authorized to be recording here? Yes. Oh, I'm just taking some video and gathering some content for a story. Yeah, for news purposes I can. Oh, I'm not here for you, man. I'm just making sure that they're doing their jobs right, that's all.
You checked in?
No.
Okay, you have to check in.
For what?
To be seen.
Huh?
You have to check in to be seen.
Oh, I don't need to be seen.
What are you here for?
I'm just gathering some content for a story.
So, second?
Gathering some content for a story?
Okay, what type of story?
I can't divulge that information right now.
Okay, well, supervisors don't want you in here videotaping.
That's not their call.
So, all right, can you come to the front? Yeah. Can you come to the supervisor?
I can show you right here where it says that I can.
Okay, come over.
Okay. Yeah, right here. This poster on the wall? Okay. Do this all over the country. It's completely legal. Rules and regulations regarding conduct and governing conduct on federal property. Okay. This is federal law. Okay. And it says photographs for news, advertising, or commercial purposes. I can take video for building entrances, lobbies, foyers, corridors, or auditoriums when for news purposes.
Okay, what's the areas again?
entrances, lobbies, foyers, corridors, or auditoriums for news purposes.
Alright.
And this would be a,
So
I
what
mean,
is
I guess
this
it'd be-
considered? This not a lobby or a foyer, vestibule. Front door saying you can't
Yeah, go
record?
ahead and.
that's for
start.
commercial purposes.
Okay, why you leave?
Well, I mean, I just don't need you conducting an interview whenever we have.
I'm not
private
doing an
information.
interview.
No, I don't need you videotaping when we have private information.
I can walk up and down the hallways, the corridors,
Not
whatever.
when we have interviews being conducted. It's private, it's
then do it.
private information.
Then
you
take it in the back. I mean, I'm not here for other people's information. I'm here to conduct my story, and then I'll be
All
gone.
right, but we have to protect the privacy of our individual claimants that are here.
I don't know
They're
what to tell you.
giving information.
I honestly don't know what to tell
So I
you.
can ask you to go to the.
Okay, so
the
Madam
side
Max is
of the
leave.
lobby. Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna leave.
So you're refusing to leave?
I'm not refusing.
I think that's about the third time he was asked to leave now, and he's still there.
To leave. What I'm doing is completely lawful. There's no reason for me to leave this whole lobby or building.
No, let me ask you about the manager of the property.
And what's her name? I shouldn't even identify herself to me.
You got her and everything.
Okay, well,
So she actually leave, you're refusing though, right?
I'm not refusing to leave.
Well, we're not. Oh, I was gonna say because we're not the press.
Again, I've said it many, many times. They're YouTubers with their own views and opinions. Superior Court ruling, Green versus Washington, found that the statutory definition of the news media requires an entity to have a legal identity separate from the individual, which they don't. They're YouTubers. So you're not the press.
But there's no reason for me to leave. I'll leave when I'm done. Yeah, and the signs are specific for tenant agencies. You need consent, and then there's one here that says consent. This is for non-commercial, commercial, and then news purposes. Does not say anything about consent. And there's a specific reason why it goes A, B, and C. So for non-commercial purposes, commercial purposes, news purposes. Those are specifically different. Okay.
You serious?
Yeah, I know it's okay to breathe oxygen. It's just they're not gonna stop me. I'm trying to be more professional.
If you think that's all the police have to do is remember that little handbook that you have you seen the size of the criminal code? Have you seen the size of the state statute laws? I mean, that's just a vague pocketbook on what your fundamental freedoms are.
If they'll just do their jobs and leave me alone, there wouldn't be any issues. But the manager of the, hold on, forget it. I'm not static. The manager of the facility is the one trying to tell me that I can't go and do it. Got a looky-loo. He's peeking. It's completely lawful what I'm doing. There's nothing illegal about what I'm doing. I'm in a public space conducting a constitutionally protected activity.
Aw, come on, guys. Tell me that's not an honest face to you.
If you're not gonna do your job, there's cameras all over this place. We can get this camera footage.
Here we go. Here we go again with the same bullshit about your security cameras. You can FOIA those cameras all you want. Nothing ever happens in there unless you guys are in there. And you already have the video for that. So that's why you don't have to FOIA these security cameras. You're the reason why you get kicked out. Not because you're filming. It's the stuff you do while you're filming. Jackass. Am I the only one that sees anything wrong with this picture?
Who are you with?
Myself?
No, but
You can't record other people's conversations.
are you here with another government agency or?
I'm with myself. I'm.
Right. You cannot record other people's private conversations.
It's in public.
No, these are private. This is not public. This is a federal building and these are federal ground.
Yes.
This is not public ground.
This is public.
No.
It's taxpayer funded, sir.
Okay. I'm gonna ask you to leave.
All right, that's the second time he's been asked to leave and refuses to leave.
Or I'm gonna ask the security guards to remove.
I'll leave when I'm done.
No.
Yes.
Now, don't forget he said that because he was asked that earlier and said that he was never asked to leave.
Just sit here. Yeah, you can.
Wow.
Or actually, do you want to go have a seat in the lobby?
I'll sit here and wait, whatever y'all doing.
Well, they're closing the windows. Can't provide service. Yeah. That's interesting, isn't it, guys? There's cameras all over this building, but because I'm a journalist gathering content for a story, I have to, they have to close the windows and stop providing service to people, huh?
Loser.
See what they're doing down here. They close the windows here too? Wow. Wow. We pay them to do nothing. I don't know, brother. Are you talking about food?
You can wait here if you like.
I don't know. I don't speak sign language. I'm a journalist. News purposes. I'm a journalist. I gather content for TV.
Did he just say he was the news? TV? Really?
I'm gonna wait right here by the news, advertising, and commercial purposes.
Well, you got nothing but time and space now, so maybe you can read the whole article and understand it.
I am running 3 cameras. So, we'll see how it goes, guys.
I don't want to stop your streaming, but I can't do my interview until you leave, and I gotta pick up my kid in 15 minutes.
Ma'am, I did not cause them to stop. If you want, I can show you where it's lawful that I can do this.
I don't mind you doing this.
Okay,
I
they're,
have things to do.
I know, it's not my fault. Tell them. It's not me, I promise. I'm here.
They're stopping me because of you.
I know, but it's not my fault. They're doing this so that people start coming after me and that people get pissed off at me, but it's not my fault that they're refusing you service. I am so sorry. Obviously, if I could stop it now, I would, but the Federal Protective Service is already on their way here, and I gotta be here now. I can't leave, or it looks like I'm running from the police. So I really do apologize. I know you had to make an appointment to come here, and I'm sorry, but I can't.
I have a child with special needs. I gotta pick them up at a certain time. I can't.
I understand. I understand. I'm sorry.
I wanna get this done.
I can't leave now.
I have 15 minutes.
So how do you like the fact that she can't go pick up her special needs child for your bullshit now? You're pathetic.
You will know that your ass is mine, and that's the bottom line, 'cause Stone Cold said so.
Yeah, they shouldn't take me or anything. Plus, I'm carrying my pocket constitution with me, so.
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
Ma'am, I would say tell them to take you back to the private room. Say you've got to go pick up your other child in 15 minutes. Say, hey, I need to go back to a private room. There's nothing stopping them from taking you back there.
I've been here since 12.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's been a long day for all of us then.
There's the face of, I don't give a fuck about anybody else but myself.
Now we're just waiting on FPS to come in here and educate them. So now they're telling people it's my fault, but it is what it is. It's their fault. The people that work here are refusing to work because there's a camera. It's not illegal to take video in a public place. I do this all over the country, guys. You've seen my videos. Do it all over.
It's written on the front door, asshole.
Yes, guys, if you do call, which I'm not saying to, but if you do call, which is your right, just be professional, guys. Don't be rude. Just say, hey, the guy doing is what he's legally allowed to do. I've already explained to them via that poster right there that I'm legally allowed to do this.
I guess he missed the signs on the front door.
Doing pretty good. How about yourself? I wish these employees here would do their jobs, but I mean,
What do you want
the employees do their jobs.
And what is that?
Serve the public.
In what capacity?
No, they're not doing their jobs.
How's it they're not doing their job, though? They're serving.
They're not serving anybody. They're just closed all the windows.
Okay, well, their job here is to protect this place and take care of the Social Security office. That's who they work for. So, I mean, who else do you want them to protect?
I don't need them to protect anybody. I need them to do their jobs. Well, are you talking about these guys or the employees back here?
Well, that's what you're complaining on them, right?
No, I'm not complaining about them. I'm complaining about the employees at the Social Security Administration.
Okay, and what do you want them to do?
I want them to do their jobs.
All right. Why don't you just go? Why haven't you applied to come work? Maybe you can kind of help them out. They might
Oh,
be
I
short-handed.
don't want to work here. I make more money doing this.
Okay, well then how you complain? Maybe they're short-handed, right?
No, they just close their videos, but they just close their windows because they don't like me taking video.
Okay, and if
Yeah.
they're costly, maybe they're short-handed, so maybe they're backbreaking, maybe you doing this causing some sort of emotion, might be even slowing them down. So people who probably do need help can't get it because now their window's got to be shut down because obviously they don't want you here.
That doesn't matter what they want. It's public property.
Sorry, officers, but this isn't going to cut it with him. He's e-begging already, and he doesn't care about anybody else but himself.
Yeah, if you go look at that sign on the wall like I showed them,
Oh,
what I'm doing is completely legal. So
okay, well, unfortunately, they don't really want you here, though.
that's a goddamn misfortunate problem.
Is it?
I don't think you'll be talking this tough when you're behind bars.
Yep.
Okay, well, with them obviously not wanting you to be here, is there a reason why you don't want to leave, or is there a reason why you don't?
When I'm done conducting my business and you educate them, telling them that I'm legally allowed to do this as a First Amendment Constitution protected activity, get to gather content for a story, then yeah, sure, I'm gathering whatever I want to gather.
No, don't like that.
Yeah. For public dissemination.
Like I said, you keep saying people are not doing their job, right?
Yeah.
So they're over here trying to do their job and have you removed.
Well, I'm not saying that they're not doing their jobs, but they need to understand that this is federal property. They said FPS was coming. As I understand it, y'all don't have jurisdiction on federal property. So what are you doing here other than talking to me?
Okay.
What's your purpose here?
Well, obviously my purpose here.
What's your name and badge number, please?
Perkins, and it's 5203.
Drew.
Officer Jenkins.
Cool. Do you think you should have PT standards to be a police officer? You think you could chase down a suspect for a mile?
Yeah, you want to race?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's funny.
What's yours?
What's that?
Your name and badge number?
Monreal, 4679.
Okay, cool.
So like I said, obviously, us having to be here, having to do with you, right? So you're asking what my business is here, right?
Mhm.
We're here in the city of Pasadena. I work for the city of Pasadena.
Yes.
And right here, even though this is, you can say a federal building, right?
Mhm.
It's still in Pasadena, right?
It's not
So
in
what I'm
Pasadena,
doing
it's a
is-
part of the federal government. So would you say, if you worked in DC, right, Washington DC, it's its own little, territory.
Right.
If you were a DC officer, you think you have jurisdiction in the White House?
No.
No, it's federal property.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they have their own department as well.
Yes, they have the
Secret
Department of
Service,
Homeland
and
Security.
You have Secret Service and Secret Service.
Yeah, Department of Homeland Security runs all that. It runs the Federal Protective Service, which is a branch off of the,
For Secret Service?
yes.
That's Department of
So,
Transportation. actually.
what's your goal? Is that what you want? You want HSI to come out, or you want Federal Protective
They
Service
obviously
to
didn't come out. They called y'all because they said FPS was on the way. They didn't say Pasadena Police Department. They said FPS. So I was waiting on FPS. Because it says right there on the wall, I'm legally allowed to do this. I can even show you where it says it, if you would like me to do so, and educate you a little bit. And then you can say, well, there's nothing we can do. He's not breaking the law in any sort of way. Just deal with it. I mean, that's what you can do.
Cool. Why don't you show us? And
Sure.
if you want, you can also leave if you want to.
Oh, I'm not going to leave. Thank you, though.
Son of a bitch, Paul, why didn't you just go home? That's your home! Are you too good for your home? Answer me!
Because at that point, you made your point clear, right? So
No, but my point is to be finish conducting my business and my story. But right here, it says photographs, news, advertising, or commercial purposes, okay? There is section A, section B, and section C is the only one that applies, okay? You can read through the whole thing if you want, but section A is for non-commercial purposes, section B is for commercial purposes, and section C is for news purposes. Commercial purposes or non-commercial purposes and commercial purposes need consent, okay? And that's what that signs on the door say, is you need consent to video in here.
The last time I checked, your channel was monetized, so that makes your content, if you make money off this particular video, that makes it monetized, which makes it for commercial purposes. Sorry to bust your bubble.
Purposes, I don't need consent. I can gather content for my story, unrestricted, except I can't go into like the non-public areas.
How are you identified as a news source?
Well, right now you got about 133 people watching you live on the internet, so.
Okay, right, but the casual observer, how are they going to identify you as being the press? Do you have any identification that identifies you as the press?
Is there an administration
so you can validate that you are following those rules?
Yeah, any person with a camera phone that has an audience to disseminate a message to is press.
But I don't know that.
Well, here, I got a pocket constitution for you. Look up on page 23. It's the First Amendment of the United States Constitution. It says freedom of press.
I've got a constitution.
You sure?
Yes.
You don't seem to understand it.
We're not arguing the merits of the Constitution.
Yes, we are. That's what this is.
We're discussing being able to identify you as somebody that is following the rules.
Okay, hold on. Just to show you and the people watching at home. I think it's page 23, I said, right? Yep, make sure here.
What is your name, sir?
I don't give my name. Not breaking a law.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Here. Page 23, First Amendment of the United States Constitution says we have freedom of speech, freedom of press, freedom of religion. There is no administration. This is my press credentials right here. This is my press pass.
Did you serve your country in any nature at all?
I'm doing it right now.
You've put yourself in harm's way.
I put myself in harm's way every day. I put myself in harm's way fighting for these rights.
Antagonizing law enforcement, antagonizing people that are trying to conduct business.
I'm not antagonizing anybody.
If we're here, obviously somebody is concerned.
Their butts are hurting. Maybe they should get some preparation H.
Why are their butts hurting?
Well, they just don't like the cameras. And that's not my
Why
problem.
would they not like the cameras?
Because that's not my problem. I don't know. I don't have a problem with the camera. You come
you
in
don't
while I'm doing
mind-
business,
you
I don't care.
You don't mind causing people discomfort and causing a distraction and causing chaos for the sake of
I'm not
what?
causing chaos. I'm not causing...
Why are we here then?
Because people's feelings are hurt. You're not feelings enforcement, you're law enforcement. And as of federal law, this is federal law, I am not breaking any. So you should just tell the people, say, hey, look, there's nothing we can do. I'm sorry you're feeling upset. Can't do anything about
Do
it.
you have friends and relatives?
Yeah, I think everybody does.
If they are at your house and they are starting to cause some sort of a disruption, do you not ask them to leave?
That's on private property.
I'm
No,
talking relationship-wise here, human relationship.
The human
So
relationship
it's
has
okay,
no...
you feel that you're right to cause problems and discomfort for other people.
I'm not causing any problem. Well, okay, I don't care.
Again, we
for
wouldn't
other
be
people's
here unless
problems.
somebody called with concern.
I don't care. I really don't care.
So you don't care.
I'm to the point in my
You're
life.
apathetic. But yet you're trying to propose yourself as being somebody that is...
I'm neutral on the
supporting-
subject. I'm neutral. I don't care. It's none of my business. Whether they feel hurt or upset or whatever.
Do you have FPS coming?
I am the law!
Cool. Maybe they'll educate you.
Stop it. Get some help.
Maybe you should go look up a DHS memo from 2018. That's it's actually from 2010. It was unredacted in 2018 and released to the general public. It says that you can do this. It's the same thing this says, just in a more laid out format for people to read.
I'm just trying to understand why you are doing this. What's the benefit?
I'm gathering content for a story.
Yeah, what's the benefit?
I can't discuss that.
So you have no real valid reason if you can't discuss it.
I'm a journalist. I'm gathering content for a story.
What story is he talking about? Has he ever broken a story? I haven't seen one. What the hell are these guys talking about? Do they believe the shit that comes out of their sewer holes?
Do you go to KHOU 11 News and ask them what the hell they're doing,
Yes,
what their
I do.
stories? You ask them what their stories are on.
If they show up on one of our scenes, yes, I will ask them what that story is.
And they don't have to divulge it to you.
No, but more often than not, they will, because that's the open communications in which we have with them.
Yeah, that's with them. I'm
I
different.
am willing to have
I'm different.
open dialogue,
I'm different.
but you don't want to have that open dialogue. You want it to be.
I don't care. I'm not doing anything wrong, so. Not doing anything illegal.
I'm not saying you're doing anything wrong.
Then why are you here? You are a
Because
law
somebody-
enforcement
listen,
officer.
If you
Then go
feel
explain to them.
uncomfortable, if you feel uncomfortable somewhere, and you call us, guess what? I'm going to come.
Yeah, I know.
Whether it's an actual criminal
you have a
offense or
call to
not.
service. Yes, you have a call for service.
And that's why I'm.
And and then there's nothing going on here. There's nothing nefarious. There's no criminal activity going on. So your job is done, and so you can leave.
This guy is fucking stupid!
Once again, I'm just kind of wanting to hang out.
He's requesting someone from your agency to come out.
I don't want anybody from FPS to come out. I want them to come out here and explain to you that this is legal. They can do that over the phone. So.
But you see how it just doesn't, it doesn't lend itself. I know you have a specific target audience that you're working for, but you ask for my name and badge number, ask for his name and badge number, his name and badge number, but you refuse to identify yourself.
Yeah.
Why is that?
But I don't have to.
Okay, then why should I have to identify?
Because it's in your policy.
Because I'm
and
a public servant.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep,
I'm
that's
out here
why.
serving the public, and the public is upset that you're here taking pictures. Some
Well,
people
I'm
don't
sorry.
want their pictures taken.
Call the ambulance. That's what we call for whiners.
Some people don't want their picture taken. So if I followed you around with a camera all day, you'd be cool with that.
I don't have an
Yes
issue with
or no?
cameras. I don't have an issue with cameras.
Okay. Yeah. All right, agent would like to speak with you on the phone.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. How's it going?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
How's it going?
Hey, it's going okay. What seems to be the problem, sir?
Well, these officers here and the security officers here don't understand that people are allowed to gather content for news stories in the building.
Here we go again with the news story.
They just don't understand that, and I'd just like you to educate them on it.
Okay. But the only thing is that you can do that in the lobby area for public access, but you can't go by the interview windows because of Personal Information Act.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think that's the actual thing, but what it says right here, and federal law, correct me if I'm wrong, says for news purposes, you can take video in building entrances, lobbies, foyers, corridors, or auditorium for news purposes. It doesn't say anything about,
Are you a
private
news
areas.
reporter?
Yes. As I said, I'm gathering content for a story.
Do you have identification to support that you're news?
Yeah, I've got the First Amendment of the United States Constitution. It says everybody has freedom of press in this country.
Oh, you are not the press, sir.
I am the press. I am gathering content. I actually got 200 people watching right now, live, on the internet.
Well, we're not. Oh, I was going to say, because we're not the press.
So I am actually currently disseminating a news story.
What's the story? I don't know what story he's trying to break.
Okay, but are you filming folks at the window? Because you cannot do that.
I'm taking video in public, and as I said, there's no expectation of privacy in public.
It's not a problem with you filming in the public areas, But at the interview windows, that's not a public area.
There's nothing saying it's not public. It's wherever the general public is allowed.
Okay, so-
I am allowed to
So let me
be.
put it this way. If you being interviewed by a SSA rep, would you want somebody to know your information?
They could put doors up. They could
You
put
want
curtains
somebody
up.
to know your information.
It doesn't matter. I can hear it if I'm sitting in the window next door.
Yeah, but you can't.
I can write it down.
You can't.
What if I?
you
What
can't
if?
do
What
this,
if I can do this? It's completely allowed and legal for me to do it. What's your name so I know I'm speaking with?
You cannot do that, sir.
I am legally allowed to do this. You need to educate your employees. I just read you the federal law. If you'd like me to read you the CFR code, I can.
Okay.
It's Title 14. It says Part 102-74, Subpart C. That's what's on the top of the page, okay? And then if you go to photographs, advertising, or commercial purposes, the specific code is right here. Hold on. It's really small print. 41 CFR 102-74 420.
Let me ask you this. When you're filming, are you listening to folks' information or not?
I'm gathering anything that I can see in public. I'm not here for people. I am here to make sure that I'm here to record the employees. But if there's somebody in the shot, I'm not going to not record the employee because somebody else is in the shot.
How many people are going to be disappointed out here when we close this?
Okay.
So, I mean, it says that I can do it right here. I just read you the CFR code. There's nothing illegal that I'm doing. I'm conducting my business in a very nice manner. I was actually sat down and was waiting for somebody from FPS to come out here, but they called the local police department, which has no jurisdiction on federal property. So, I don't know what they're trying to do. Oh, y'all, there's a signed agreement with them, huh?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
All right.
All right, I'll be requesting that record. So anything connected to the.
She's going to close the office. She can't jeopardize.
Not a problem, sir.
All right. Well, I'll let you have Officer Monreal. Okay.
That's what our option is at this point.
Okay. So y'all they're gonna close down the office because I'm taking video in public, which is legally allowed.
Here's the problem. You're infringing on people's expectation of privacy.
There's no expectation of privacy in public. Cats v. US.
When I give somebody my private information, just like HIPAA information.
That's for doctors.
There's an expectation that when I have these private conversations with an SSA employee, that information is not going to be available for the world. By you filming around the corners behind people and stuff like that, that puts people at unease. I wouldn't want you filming behind me when I'm talking about my private
Okay,
information.
so if I sat and hid myself away in the corner and listened.
Why would you do that though?
I'm just saying,
that's a nefarious act.
Yeah, that's nefarious. I'm doing it openly. I'm not saying I did. I'm saying I'm doing it openly.
Why are you doing it openly?
Because I can. It's legally allowed to do it.
Just because you can do something doesn't mean it's right.
Okay, so just because you can arrest somebody doesn't mean it's right either. Doesn't mean you should.
I must break you.
591 under window 3.
I'm gonna go ahead and ask that you leave the pump property. You have no business to conduct.
I am conducting business right now.
Okay, so here it goes. This is the manager. The manager's gone ahead. She's giving you a trespass warning to leave the premise.
All right, if I don't leave, you're gonna arrest me?
That's correct.
Okay, cool. What was your name again?
Officer Jenkins.
Officer Perkins, 5203.
What was your name and badge number? Sorry, just say it again. Name and badge
Officer
number.
Jenkins, 345.
Okay.
Officer Perkins, 5203.
Okay.
Officer Monreal, 4679.
Okay. What's the reason for the trespass?
So right now you're being criminal trespass, okay? What happened is they told you to leave, right? This is public. The manager of the establishment has gone ahead and they told you
They
to
said
leave.
it's not public?
I said this is public, but the establishment has gone ahead. They told you to leave this place.
So you're gonna violate federal law?
Okay.
No, I'm just saying. So you're gonna do this?
If you don't like it, when you go to court, you can let them know.
No, I'll leave. I'll leave. Yeah, I'll leave.
No, we've already gone ahead. So you put this down.
No, you're not. I'm leaving. I said I would leave. I'm leaving.
You were already given a warning.
You were given.
I said I'm leaving.
No, now that you're going to say you don't want to go.
No, I said I would leave. I said I was just getting your name and badge numbers, and I said you're going to violate federal law. I was leaving.
Turn around.
Come on.
I've already given. Come on.
I said I would leave. Come on. Do not pull it out of my pockets, guys. Come on.
Well, I don't want to mess it up.
I do not consent to you going in my pockets. I do not consent to you turning off my. I said I would leave.
We'll go back out this way.
I said I would leave. I said I would leave. I do not consent to you taking that off. Perfect. I said I would leave.
Why aren't you letting me? You should have left first.
I was trying to. You had me blocked in. The lady, no, the lady.
You're playing games, my friend.
I was asking if you were going to violate federal law, and it says right there that I can do this.
You don't mind.
All right, now remember I told you guys earlier, whenever that guy told him to leave, to make note of this, because now he's telling them he's never been told to leave, and now he's getting arrested, and look at him cry. Well, you see Good Citizen News getting arrested. Now, it'll be funny just to see Selmo get arrested one more time, just for shits and giggles. So, enjoy.
Get away from me.
That's the story of Congress. Those are threats.
I got you. Don't worry. I got you. Don't worry.
This guy just make threats. These guys just make threats. Guys, I didn't do nothing.
13,000 people watching on live right now. Don't worry.
So on that note, we're going to leave it there. I had to do a lot of editing on that first video. It's almost an hour and 20 minutes long, and I chopped it down to 35 minutes. So I took 45 minutes off of that one. So I just had to add a second video just for the sake of a second video. And I always like watching Selmo getting his ass locked up. So that's why I added that one. So please share, like, and subscribe. And we'll see you on the next video. Debos out.